Hey guys, it's Star the Flippin' Hippo. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel at Flippin' Hippos. We're going to jump right on into it today. The hot topic right now, racing like wildfire through the reseller community, is the new policies eBay has put into place for the sales. And I took a day yesterday to be angry. I vented a lot to not only Keith, but many of my friends in the community. I think I got the swear words out of my system. I think I can censor myself to do this video. I like to keep our channel family friendly. And I don't like to be a negative person. I don't like to dwell on things, but I needed a day. So yesterday I was a grouch, I was mean, I was mad, I was angry, I was negative. I was making comments to Keith like, it's okay, I didn't want to eat anyway. I need to lose weight. Who cares if we make sales? I mean, it was gross. I don't like to be that way. I really don't. The way I like to be is to be, well, this really sucks and I don't like it, and how can I fix it? Or how can I deal with it? How can I roll with the punches? What can I do with this situation to make it better? But, you know, we're human, so you got to sometimes be angry and say all the F words and plan out some mean questions for eBay Open. Okay, so this is going to be a little mini rant. I just want to talk about stuff. And then at the end, I'm going to tell you how Keith and I plan to deal with these new changes. So first of all, people seem to think that eBay has been going downhill. And that's a general statement, and I don't really agree with that because it still is one of the biggest platforms online to sell used items, used clothing. We all know Amazon is like, Amazon's in a different league. eBay is different. eBay's where you can sell used things, rare things, vintage. And it's still the biggest and best platform that reaches the most people. You can sell internationally even if you want. And so I don't think like it's going downhill as far as being a platform that you can sell on. You certainly can. You certainly can be successful if you put the work into it. But as far as their policies for sellers, yeah, I would agree. I mean, I haven't even been around that long. Keith and I have been selling on eBay for about 1.5 years now. But in that 1.5 years, I can even say that I have felt like it's just eBay making us jump through hoop after hoop after hoop, while the buyers are being hand-fed cotton candy dreams and rainbows. I wasn't around for this change, but this is when it all started, according to many of the veteran sellers. When they took away the ability to give negative feedback to buyers, a lot of folks believe that decision, or when that policy came into place, that was the beginning of the end. Then they halved the TRS discount on the final value fees. It used to be 20%. Now it's 10%. And then they wanted you to do 60-day returns. Then they wanted you to do free returns. The whole issue with the promoted listings, I don't really want to get into that, but many of you remember that. It's like they weren't working. And how about the glitches? It is glitch city. eBay's all making all these changes and trying to be whatever they're doing. You know what? I'm going to use one swear word. eBay needs to get its shit together before it keeps implementing new things. You've got to fix your glitches, people. You can't just keep bringing new stuff in when you can't even do the upkeep on what you've already got. That part frustrates me because it's like every single day there is a new glitch that we have to deal with. And if you call eBay, you get the nice canned response of somebody reading a script. We are aware of the glitch. There is nothing we can do about it. We are working on it. Fix it. So, I'm looking at this, guys. I like My handwriting is atrocious. I made, like, this is a receipt from the post office. I made a list so that I could keep myself on track, not go off on too many tangents. There's one more thing that's really frustrating about eBay right now. The situation with the item not as describes. Describes? I can't even speak. Okay, so it used to be, say a buyer opened a item not as described return case, and their reason was that it doesn't fit, or their reason was because of color, or their reason was something that was obviously buyer's remorse and wasn't item not as described. You could call eBay or you could message eBay for Business on Facebook, and they would reverse it. They've done it. They did it for us many times. They'll look at the return case, they look at the situation, and what they'll do is they'll close that case and they reopen it with the proper choice chosen, and then they notify the buyer for you that that we're still accepting the return, but they have to pay for the return shipping. We had that done numerous times, countless times, and then all of a sudden, if a buyer says, this don't fit, I don't like it, whatever their reason, and opened an item not as described, we were being instructed to accept it, pay for the return, and after we get it back, contact eBay, and they assure you that you won't get dinged, the item not as described would be removed, and you would get refunded for your shipping label. Bull crap. I don't believe that for 1 minute. Y'all just want to appease your buyers left and right, and you've also implemented this other new thing where X amount of item not as described cases being opened against us are going to be detrimental to us. You're going to push us down in the search engine rankings. You're going to I don't even know. So you're going to do stuff to us that is going to be detrimental to our sales if we have too many items not as described. But when buyers open those type of cases for buyer's remorse, you're not going to change it. You're not going to reverse it. You tell us just to accept it, and we're supposed to trust that you change it after we get the item back, and that we're not going to end up in that group of folks who have too high a percentage. Okay, so the newest and biggest thing that is making people mad at eBay is their new promotion. It's not a promotion, it's a demotion. Their new policy on sales. Now, first, before I get into that, I want to say that for some reason, and I don't even know why, Keith and I honestly believed we had until September 1st. We really did. We even talked about it. We remember reading the summer seller update. We remember reading it and it saying that these changes would be implemented on September 1st. We both have a clear memory of it. We discussed it last night. I don't understand why we both remember reading that in the summer seller update. But we do. We really thought we had until September 1st. So we didn't talk about it like yet. We were gonna, like, after eBay opened sometime in August, sit down and have a discussion about, oh, when this takes place, what are we going to do with our store, because we're gonna have to change our whole business model. But we thought we had time to brainstorm and talk about it. So I don't want to think that we're both crazy, so I asked a bunch of people yesterday. And if you're one of the people I didn't reach out to, I'm sorry. I was not in my right mind yesterday. I was very angry. But I reached out to a lot of people and I asked them, did you know these changes were coming on June 24th? Now, about 50% of the people I asked said yes, they knew. They don't remember how they knew. Most of them said, I think I read it in a post somewhere on Facebook and a reselling group. I saw it on Instagram. And then I did you read it in the summer seller update that it was coming on June 24th? And those people said no. Now, one person remembers the summer seller update saying June 24th. But about 50% of the people I asked knew it was coming on June 24th because they had heard it or read it somewhere. The remaining folks I asked, 48% of them agreed with me and Keith and said they thought it was September 1st. The other 2%, for some reason, thought it was July 1st. What the heck? Y'all ever heard of the Mandela effect? It's like when a whole entire group of people has the same false memory about something. If you've never heard of the Mandela effect, I would recommend, if you have some spare time, which none of us do, but Google it and just like look at some of the blog posts people have up about it. It's really interesting to read. Like, there's just like whole groups of people that have incorrect or false memories about things. And there's a bunch of examples if you Google it, and it's interesting because you'll see that some of these things you had the wrong memory. So I'm wondering if the Mandela effect had not taken place for those of us that thought we had until September 1st. Okay, so it happened. There's nothing we can do about it. Like, we have to move forward. I took my time to be angry. I took my time to be negative. I took my time to spew foul words out of my mouth and curse eBay up one side and down the other. But at the end of the day, it is their platform, and they can do whatever they want. In the terms of service, it even says that they can change any of their policies at any time. And you agreed to it. When you signed up to sell on eBay and you agreed to the terms of service, whether you read them or not, you agreed to them, and they can do whatever they want to do because it's their platform. And if we don't like it, there's the door. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out, and go sell somewhere else. So if you want to keep selling on eBay, you've got to adjust. You've got to roll with the punches. You have to learn how to change, to adapt to their policies, or you can leave. Those are your choices. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm really not. Like, if you really cannot get on board with all of these things and they upset you that badly, I would suggest selling somewhere else, because at the end of the day, you got to do you. You got to do what's best for you. Don't I always say this? You have to do what's best for you, what's best for your business, and what's best for your family. At the end of the day, we all have bills to pay and mouths to feed, and we have to be able to do that in whatever way we need to. If eBay is not the place for you, you can go elsewhere. But if you want to stay in their sandbox, you got to play by their rules. I don't agree with them. I think I have made that very clear, very vocal about it. I'm not happy with them right now. I do not agree with most of the policies coming out. I feel like every single seller update that comes out every quarter, I feel like they're just like, here's 10 more things that are great for the buyers and nothing for us. It would be nice if one time, one thing, it doesn't even have to be the whole stupid quarterly update that's, all these things are great for sellers, yay! No, one thing, do one thing for us. One, I dare you. That's a challenge, eBay. Do one stupid thing, not stupid, one great thing to help your sellers. You know what would be fantastic? Because you're making us jump through all these hoops and do free returns to keep our top rated seller badges. Why don't you give us that extra 10% back? Why don't you give us something? Give a little. Like, if we got the 20% off of the final value fees, we could pay for those return labels. Give and take, eBay. Anyway, the bottom line is, if you want to play in eBay sandbox, you've got to play by their rules, or you've got to find another playground. You don't have to agree with their rules. You don't have to like eBay. But you can sell there. It's business. So however you feel, that's one thing, but you could still sell. You see what I'm saying? We're going to stay on eBay. There's no reason to leave, but there's no reason not to cross-post and to expand your horizons either. So we're going to stay. I'm not happy. I don't agree with everything. I will be focusing a lot of my energy elsewhere. We have over 2,000 listings on eBay, and we worked really, really, really hard our first year. We busted our asses to build ourselves up to where we are, and I think I've said this before, but we are at a point on eBay where we could just maintain. We wanted to grow. Our goal was to get an anchor store eventually. But I think that's going to change. I don't think our goal is going to be hustle hard all day, every day on eBay till we get to 3,400 listings and we can get the anchor store. I don't think that's going to be our goal or our business model anymore. Unless something drastically changes and it becomes a place that's better for the sellers, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If something drastically changes, then yes, we will go hard all day, every day on eBay and get ourselves up to an anchor store. But as of right now, that is off the table. We're at a place on eBay where we can simply maintain. We don't have to grow. And by simply maintain, I still mean we have to be active every single day. In order to sell on eBay, you have to have an active store. An active store is a happy store, and Cassini likes activity, and blah, 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 blah. So we'll stay on top of the unsolds. Every day when they come down, we will still bulk sell similar back into the store. We will list enough to replace what we're selling. Maybe a couple extra here and there, because growth never hurts, right? Growth never hurts. But we're basically just going to maintain. And in actuality, I'm taking a step back from eBay. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to be focusing my energy on Posh. And that is a topic for an entirely other video. You guys may have saw my video yesterday on the Posh update. The Posh Closet isn't doing anything for us, and I know why it's not. I talked about some of it in yesterday's video. I know why it's not, and I know what I need to do. So stay tuned tomorrow for part 2 of Posh Update, cleaning out my closet, and we'll have a talk about where I'm going with Posh and what I will be doing to move forward to amp it up, become an ambassador, and the equivalent of a power seller on Posh. I want to be on Posh what we are on eBay. So I'll talk more about that tomorrow. But yeah, we are at the point right now where eBay is going to be Keith's baby. So I will still, like I said, when he's at work, because he works outside of the house, I will still every morning check the unsolds, maybe again in the afternoon, just to keep it active. I may list like 5-10 things a day on eBay if I have time. And then Keith will be doing part-time eBay. That's it. That's all we're going to do. So, you know, I wanted to say that I understand why eBay implemented the changes with the sales. I really do. I get it. There were people out there that would mark something up, say to $100, and then immediately 50% off for $50. We're guilty. We listed every single item 25% higher than what we really wanted. And then we ran a 48-hour sale around the clock. Like one would end, one would start. One would end, one would start. Around the clock, 20% off. And we got the price down to exactly where we wanted. But on the weekends, we ran 25% off, which actually we were getting lower than what we wanted. And we also have best offer on all of our items. So we weren't being greedy about it. Like, we weren't doing it to pull one over on our buyers. The reason we were doing it was because eBay offers an incentive for it. If your items are on sale on eBay or in a sale or on Markdown Manager or promotions, not the promoted listings, but you know, just the sales, you get a push in the search engine, the search rankings, search engine, sorry guys. So any of your items that were on sale, you got better search rankings. eBay did this to themselves. The minute they decided to give preferential treatment to listings that were on sale, the minute they chose to do that was the very minute that everybody decided, I have to run a sale around the clock, 24 hours a day. All items in my store must be on some kind of sale, because then I'll get the preferential treatment and the search rankings. And if my items aren't on sale, then all these other people's items that are on sale will be showing up ahead of mine. So eBay created they did. eBay created their own monster that they're now trying to fix. By offering to give preferential treatment to items on sale, you're going to create an atmosphere where everybody is putting everything on sale. But in the same token, not everybody can afford to constantly be running these sales, and we need to get the asking price for our items that we want to ask for, that we comped or whatever. So you have people marking items up and then marking them down to get them on the sale, so they got the preferential treatment in the search ranking. It's like, you know, eBay created it. Now they're trying to fix it, but they're going about it the wrong way. It really doesn't make sense the way they're going about it. The whole, okay, I kind of can get on board maybe just a little bit with new items coming in, should be in there for 14 days before they go on sale, whatever. But items that come up, okay, items that are on sale in your store, say the sale ends, those items now have to wait 14 days until they can be on sale again. If you tweak the price up or down on any item, it restarts the clock and it now must wait 14 days to go on sale. And someone I know had a sale running, and she changed some of her listings to same-day handling, and those items were taken out of the sale. So how deep and how far it goes onto what you can and can't edit is kind of unclear right now. I think eBay needs to put something out there explaining what's going on better than, we're gonna make it so that new listings have to wait for 14 days. That's like all we know. That's all we were told. But now we're finding out through experimentation, if you change the handling time on your listing, boom, clock restarted. It's no longer on sale and you now must wait 14 days. So what can we edit and what can we not edit to make that clock restart? It's not clear, and people are going to find out as they experiment, but that is not the way to do people, eBay. You don't do people like that. You want to implement your changes, that's great. Put something out there explaining exactly to us what is going on. What resets the clock, what doesn't. And it's dumb, the clock, anyway. That was my original point, because even grocery stores and Walmart and department stores have sales running at the very least, every single weekend. And sometimes it's the same things on sale every single weekend. My best example is Pepsi or Coca-Cola products, the 12 packs. You go into any given store on the weekend, you get 3 for $12 or 4 for $12, right? They have those sales running. They might not be on during the week. Some stores do. But almost every single weekend, one or both of the Pepsi or the Coca-Cola products will be on sale every weekend. And the way eBay has set their stuff up, let's just keep using the same analogy for simplicity's sake. If I ran a sale this weekend that you could get 4 12 packs of my Coca-Cola for $12, after this weekend, I have to wait 3 weekends to put them back on sale. So I have to skip 2 weekends, and then I can put them on sale again. But the way eBay works, that item is already probably ended because they're only good for 30 days. So when your new items come in, you're waiting 2 weeks, you're putting them on sale on that 3rd week, and then they'll be gone before they run the full cycle to be put in another sale. So basically, you can only put an item on sale one time in its lifetime of the 30 days in your store. And then it's either relisted or, sell similar, however you put your unsolds back in. So I don't like that. That is my biggest pet peeve. Before anybody says, oh, well, it wasn't right to raise your prices and then run a sale, that's really not my issue. My issue with this is, number one, my biggest issue is items on sale get preferential treatment in the search rankings, right? Well, I had a sale in Tuesday night, so now 2,055 or whatever the amount is in our store, 2,000 plus listings, have to wait 14 days for me to put them on sale again. So everybody else out there in eBay land who has their stuff on sale is getting better search rankings than we are on 2,000 items for 2 weeks. I don't like it. And my second reason is because you have to wait 14 days after a sale to put things back on sale. And that doesn't make sense to me because even big stores run sales every weekend. Can you tell that I'm really upset? I'm trying to be positive, guys. I really am. But some things in this world just really grind my gears, as Peter would say. Yeah, I just don't understand why you can't have your stuff on sale every weekend. Why? What's the big deal? Stores do it. All right. I can't even read my own handwriting, guys. Oh, yeah, okay, I already told you about Posh. So, I'm done. I'm done ranting. I've said everything I have to say. I told you guys why I disagree with it. I told you why I think it's a bad idea. I told you that I believe eBay did this to themselves. They created the monster. You want to give people preferential treatment for something, they're going to do it. So I'm done. I'm just going to quickly tell you what Keith and I have decided to do with our business model on eBay. We knocked our prices down on everything throughout the store. What we could. This was ridiculous. You know, you can bulk edit 500 items at a time. Every time we did that and tried to lower our prices, it would glitch out. It took so many tries. It was just ridiculous. It was yet another glitch. But we got the majority of the items in our store. We just knocked the prices really, really low because we can't compete right now. We have 2,000 items that are getting pushed down in the search rankings because everybody else has stuff on sales. Whatever. I don't care. I care, but you know, I don't want to dwell on it all day. So, yeah, we knocked our prices down so we're at least, you know, cheap or whatever. So we have some chance. And then we put all of our items on same-day shipping. We sure did. I really think that's going to give us a boost. It's going to give us some kind of a push. It has to. Having same-day handling has to be really, really good. It has to do something. So we knocked our prices down. All of our items in our store are same-day handling. We put the cutoff time at 2 p.m. Eastern time because it's around 2:30, 3 o'clock every day when we do our shipping. All of those items that have the same-day shipping are also guaranteed shipping. And we are going to run a permanent sale. No more 48-hour sales, no more flash sales, no more weekend sales, nothing where the sale's going to end and everybody that was in every item that was in that sale has to wait to go on sale again. No more of that. I checked. The longest out you can have the markdown manager and promotion go is 45 days. That is the farthest out they will let you do it. So I will have a sale that just runs around the clock. There is a new option in the back end when you're setting up your sales through the promotions on the markdown plus promotions. When you get to the end where you're choosing your dates, there's a little box that you can check now. I'm paraphrasing, but it basically says add items that were skipped as they become eligible. So you check that box and you make sure that you, when you set the sale up, you're checking entire store, all inventory, everything in your store. And then the little box that says added as it becomes eligible. So basically you'll have a sale that's running for 45 days that is grabbing items when they hit their 14-day timer. It'll grab them for you and throw them in the sale. And they will be on sale until they're either sold or they come down at the end of their 30 days and go to your unsolds, or until, if you do good till canceled, it relists itself at the end of 30 days. And so that's kind of like our way around, I guess. I liked flash sales, I liked weekend sales, I liked 48-hour sales, but we're not gonna be able to do them anymore. So we will be setting up one that lasts for 45 days, and then every 45 days I'll have to restart one. And then we'll be putting the whole store in there, check the box that grabs the things as they become eligible, and it's only going to be for 5%. Woohoo! How exciting is that? That's really going to bring all the people into my store to buy stuff. I really feel like 20% and 25% is very exciting, but I also feel like I enjoy paying my bills and I enjoy eating So I can't be marking stuff down 45 days indefinitely, way lower than what the market prices I comp them for. I just can't. I know we get everything for 99 cents, but even people with as low of a cost of goods as us has a lot of overhead when you're a power seller, and I like to make money. I'm not going to say, well, just because I get my stuff for 99 cents, I want to sell it for half of what everybody else. No. I got dreams. I got goals. So, 5%. So just to recap, because I like to tangent and I love to talk, y'all know that, we will be having all of our items on a permanent 5% sale that will take everything in as it becomes eligible. So it's like set it and forget it and walk away. You just have to remember on the 46th day to reset it. And we'll be having same day shipping on all of our items. And we knocked all of our prices down. And we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. 5% is just so not exciting. Like, who cares about 5% off? Like, if I was going into Walmart and they were like, 5% off, I'd be like, are you kidding me? Is this a joke? This isn't even really a sale. What is going on? 5% off? Are you nuts? But by having that sale running, our items will be on a sale and getting that preferential treatment in the search rankings. So I have kept you guys entirely far too long. I apologize. I just had a lot to say. I really had a lot to say. How are you guys going to deal with this new policy about the sales? How are you changing your business models? What are you implementing to help your listings be seen and sell? Sorry, sometimes my accent, it sounds like I say sale when I say sell. But what are you all doing?